Since entering the league, the guard from Indiana has sparked significant enthusiasm among fans and sponsors. Women's sports receive extensive coverage due to their large audiences, increased sponsorship opportunities, and heightened visibility. Clark continues to break records outside of the basketball court, attracting various enticing opportunities. However, she remains unwavering in her dedication to the WNBA. Nevertheless, a shift may be on the horizon as notable advancements related to the unrivaled league emerge, potentially drawing her focus away. The 3x3 League revealed their latest sponsors on X, joining forces with Ally Financial. Unrivaled is excited to announce a new multi-year partnership with State Farm, naming them as the exclusive sponsor for home and auto insurance. State Farm will also be the presenting sponsor for the highly anticipated club selection announcement, set to debut on Wednesday, November 20th. As per the official announcement, Kristen Cook, Sales and Marketing Officer at State Farm, highlighted that sponsoring Unrivaled provides another avenue for the company to strengthen its long-standing dedication to women's sports. The $134 billion corporation is dedicated to advancing women's basketball as part of its mission. Caitlin Clark is a player who has the potential to greatly improve the team. When asked about her interests, CC unequivocally expressed that she had different priorities. "I am currently focused on my responsibilities with the WNBA franchise," Clark stated when asked about her potential participation in the venture. The 22-year-old suggested concentrating on individual tasks sequentially. "I cannot transition to the next task, my attention is currently fixed on this one." Nonetheless, there is a potential issue to consider. State Farm also maintains a partnership with the Indiana Pacers. It is common practice in the sports industry to secure sponsorship through agreements with teams or organizations. Adidas initiated a long-standing collaboration with Messi in 2006, showcasing a notable example of enduring sponsor relationships in sports. In 2017, they officially transformed the contract into a lifelong commitment. The sportswear giant has played a key role in supporting MLS by supplying team kits since 1996. Might she also be offered a similar arrangement, considering Unrivaled's expressed interest in her? Upon hearing the announcement of Unrivaled, there was significant curiosity surrounding the potential participation of Caitlin Clark, the 2024 Rookie of the Year, with even podcaster Pablo Torre expressing interest. As a result, the host of the podcast Pablo Finds Out interviewed former ESPN president and Unrivaled investor John Skipper to address this issue. Considering Clark's substantial popularity, Skipper expressed that having Caitlin Clark on the court would be the most impactful scenario for the inaugural game of their new league. He also noted that conversations with Clark are still in progress, though no formal agreements have been made at this time. The league is set to kick off in January in Miami with 6 teams, and an anticipated 40 players will participate in the 3x3 competition. This group features Kelsey Plum, Kalia Copper, Jackie Young, Angel Reese, Clark's on-court rival, and the promising draft pick Paige Bookers. This appears to be a unique opportunity to create a substantial difference. The league's creators, Nafisa Collier from the Lynx and Brianna Stewart from the Liberty, have disclosed that players will be paid 6-figure salaries. During a recent installment of Podcast P hosted by Paul George, Collier was asked about Clark's current status in relation to a possible agreement. The Lynx star maintained a sense of privacy regarding her situation, simply alluding to the fact that the proposed figure would be significant. Nevertheless, nothing seemed to divert Clark's attention until this moment. State Farm has the ability to accomplish what others have been unable to achieve. The Indiana Fever's 2024 playoff run ended after just 2 games, but Caitlin Clark envisions longer postseason campaigns for her team ahead. It provides a glimpse of the potential for this organization and franchise, Clark commented to the press after the Fever's loss to the Connecticut Sun in Game 2, as reported by ESPN's Andrea Adelson. "There are numerous reasons for us to feel proud. 2 years ago, this team emerged victorious in 5 games. Despite being a young and inexperienced team, we came together and thoroughly enjoyed playing alongside one another. At times, the most challenging part is when you believe you are at the peak of your basketball performance, only for it to abruptly conclude." Clark expressed his enthusiasm about his potential for growth, stating that he believes he is just starting to unlock his capabilities. He emphasized his meticulous approach to evaluating his performance at a granular level. "I am dedicated to improving the franchise, assisting in the growth of my colleagues, and acknowledging the substantial opportunity for my personal advancement. This is what truly ignites my passion. I am confident that there is still significant opportunity for my growth, and I believe that soon we will all return here, ready for the upcoming season." Although setting a WNBA playoff rookie record with 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, Clark was unable to lead her team to victory on Wednesday night. Alyssa Thomas and the Sun clinched the opening round series with an 87-81 win at home. This shortened postseason run marked significant advancement for a team that had been absent from playoff contention for 7 years prior to drafting Clark as the first overall pick in the 2024 draft. Guided by Clark and 2 other former high draft picks, one of whom was the 2018 number 1 overall selection. 2 options, Kelsey Mitchell and 2023 first-round pick. With this selection of Aaliyah Boston as the first overall pick, the Fever reached 20 wins, signaling a successful comeback to a .500 record. Achieving a .500 season record for the first time in 5 years. Throughout the season, the Fever encountered obstacles stemming from their youthful roster, exemplified by Clark's first playoff appearance in Sunday's Game 1 against the Sun. Clark's performance in the second half deteriorated, resulting in a significant loss with a final score of 93-69. Despite attempting 13 three-point shots, Clark only managed to convert 2, finishing the game with a total of 11 points. In the second game, the Fever were once again behind by 9 points going into the fourth quarter. However, thanks to a strong offensive push from Clark, the visitors managed to take the lead with 4 minutes left in the game. Nevertheless, seasoned player wnba countered by propelling the Sun back into the lead, while late fouls by the Fever enabled Connecticut to secure multiple free throw opportunities that ultimately sealed the fate of the elimination game. The Sun will be playing against the Minnesota Lynx in the upcoming WNBA semifinals scheduled for Sunday. Furthermore, as the offseason approaches, the Fever will have Clark, under contract until 2027, and Boston, signed through 2026, as the foundation of a promising young core for the upcoming fall playoff push. The key offseason focus for the Indiana team will be on Mitchell's expiring contract, as he shares the team lead with Clark at 19. He accumulated 2 points in the previous season and is expected to garner significant attention in the upcoming free agency period. If the Fever can secure a contract to keep the 28-year-old guard in Indiana while using this winter to bolster depth around Boston and Clark, the team could be primed for a more successful postseason in 2025. The Indiana Fever made an announcement on Sunday confirming the departure of head coach Christy Sides from the team. Kelly Krauskopf, president of basketball operations, expressed deep gratitude to Coach Sides for successfully navigating us through a pivotal transitional phase in the past 2 seasons and setting us up for future expansion. While making tough decisions is never simple, it is crucial that we maintain a bold and assertive approach in striving for our objectives, which encompass optimizing our talent and securing another WNBA championship for Indiana. Coach Sides served as a remarkable ambassador for the Fever and our community. We extend our best wishes to her in all her future pursuits. Sides guided the Fever to a 20-20 record this season, marking their first playoff berth since 2016. Despite the team's achievements, the Fever began to assess possible replacements in anticipation of her departure, even before it was officially confirmed. On Wednesday, Annie Costable from the Chicago Sun-Times disclosed that there is growing interest in Stephanie White, head coach of the Connecticut Sun, from Indiana. White competed as a player for the Fever for 4 seasons before transitioning to the role of head coach in 2015 and 2016. Under her leadership, the team advanced to the WNBA Finals in 2015. She possesses a strong familiarity with the franchise. Under her leadership, the Connecticut Sun have achieved their highest stock value yet with an impressive record of 55-25 over the past 2 years. Reacquiring White in Indianapolis would represent a significant milestone for the franchise, showcasing its ambitious goals. Nevertheless, the way in which she was pursued and ultimately brought on board may raise doubts about the front office's ability to operate efficiently, despite the recent hiring of a new general manager, Amber Cox. The quick dismissal of Sides, despite her leading the team to the postseason, highlights a notable change in how the Fever is perceived. Throughout the 7-year playoff drought, Indiana achieved a win total in the single digits on 5 separate occasions. A sequence of lottery picks yielded little value and lacked